Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to make a quick video about hypocrisy and inconsistency. Now, when you're reading anti-Islamic material online or answeringislam.org or whatever anti-Islamic material you're reading, they'll always say, "Look at what I'll give the example of Aisha in miracles. According to Sahih Bukhari, the Prophet Muhammad performed many miracles. Yet, when Christians encounter these miracles, they don't believe in them. They say, well, the hadith came 200 years later, thus the hadith are unreliable. But when it comes to other things about the Prophet Muhammad's life, for example, we know that the Prophet Muhammad married Aisha when she was 6 years old, according to Sahih al-Bukhari. So the Christians will jump up and down and say, yeah, well, the Prophet Muhammad married a 6 year old, etc., 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 using the Sahih Bukhari Hadith. But when we show them that the Prophet Muhammad did miracles, according to Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, well, I'll just use Sahih Bukhari for example as the example. Sahih Bukhari, they'll say no, Bukhari came 200 years later, and these are later inventions. Well, which is it? Either accept all of Bukhari as authentic or accept none of it. Don't point the finger at Islamic texts when it to try to show Prophet Muhammad in a bad light, but ignore when the Prophet Muhammad does miracles or when his prophecies are fulfilled. Say, no, the hadith came 200 years later. We can't accept the hadith because it came 200 years later. It's unreliable. When Prophet Muhammad does a miracle, it's unreliable. When the hadith, when they try to use the hadith to badmouth the Prophet Muhammad, for example, his marriage to Aisha when she was 6 years old, that's inside Bukhari. They'll be like, yep, look what the Prophet Muhammad did. He married a minor. You see the problem here. You see the inconsistency and the hypocrisy of the Christian apologists. Either accept all of Bukhari or accept none of it. Don't pick and choose here. But that's what Christian apologists do, or atheist critics do. They always take what they want to take from Bukhari and dismiss the other parts of Sahih Bukhari. So if you're going to accept that hadith about Aisha's age, accept the fact that the Prophet Muhammad did miracles according to the Sahih Bukhari hadith, and his prophecies were fulfilled according to Sahih Bukhari. But let's just focus on the miracles. Accept the miracles of the Prophet Muhammad if you're going to accept all of Bukhari. Don't just pick and choose what you want to pick and choose out of Sahih Bukhari. Either accept all of it or accept none of it. But these atheists and Christian critics of Islam will never do that. They'll always be inconsistent in their methodology when critiquing Islam. So don't come to us Muslim apologists and say we're inconsistent when you atheists and Christian critics are the most inconsistent people out there, especially when it comes to picking and choosing what you want to pick and choose out of Sahih Bukhari, the Sahih Bukhari Hadith. So don't say we're inconsistent when you're also very inconsistent when it comes to the Islamic sources. Stay tuned, more videos coming up ahead.